What does this mean about the old law of Moses and religious rituals?
Well, this has been a one for the ages, hasn't it?
Yeah.
The debate of where the relation of works, and I guess one of the benefits of I definitely had gone. I'd come up with from a tradition where the many of the laws were considered to be very much still in action, and we needed to follow through. And I remember going into college, wrestling with these ideas of how do I now live my life? Do I now have to keep certain laws ritually in order to do it? But one of the things we've learned, I think, and I've established, is that, look, there is definitely a role, and even within the Reformed tradition as well, there is a role for the law, but it's not through the means that we see. It's actually as a life in obedience to Christ. You know, what people did was that they would keep the law without that real relationship. And this is what we're starting to see, isn't it? Is that people will kind of keep the laws. And I mean, if I went back to Jeremiah had huge indictments of the people. It wasn't the fact that Judea at the time was irreligious. People were constantly going to the temple, even talking about boasting that the temple they would never be defeated by any army because of the temple of God being there. And yet the prophets were able to say, but this is all empty. This doesn't have anything to do with God. And I think that's the problem, isn't it? And this is what Paul's getting at, is that you can end up keeping all the rituals in life, but having no real relationship with God. And in that sense, when we are doing it, when we are doing these things, because it's that life of purity that we want, because of what Christ has done, how now shall I live, isn't it?